Greetings everyone, welcome back to my sketchbook. So, I'm going to draw a picture of one of the two cats that live at my house. And neither one of them are in front of me, but I see their little faces every day, so I'm going to see if I can just come up with something. And that's a weird little mark on the... Anyway, let's use that little blemish on the page as the starting point. It's going to be sort of a generic thing, but at the same time, I'm going to see if I can kind of remember some of the attributes of this little cat. So, the two cats at the house are named after Harry Potter characters. Neville, which is probably the most vocal of the two cats. You might hear me talking to every so often in videos. And Luna. Luna is a completely different creature than Neville, obviously, but at the same time, not really the most like affectionate, maybe. I don't know if that's a good word. Doesn't really like to hang out, but generally only really likes to check on, their humans to make sure that they're still breathing. So in the morning, only probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 minutes, will Luna enjoy a head scratch, a little communication maybe, but for the most part, I personally think Luna would have been kind of more of a barn cat, just like hunting all day long and that sort of thing. So I'm making this kind of a wide-eyed version, I guess, obviously. This is how I kind of picture Luna in my head. So yeah, as I said, she's not sitting in front of me, so we'll see what we can do. It'll probably be a little bit more cartoony than anything else. She's considered a tick tabby. And by that, sort of like a... what would be a weird way to describe a tick tabby? Well, imagine that you'd have fur that could be tricolored, but really it's just sort of like dark, split by white and gray for this particular cat. It's kind of neat, but sheds a little bit like a monster, so requires some care. And yeah, has some sort of like distinctive, as a lot of cats do, markings. I remember hearing a story, which I don't really know how it goes perfectly. I didn't look it up before starting this drawing, but you might notice that some cats seem to be gifted with an M sort of pattern on their foreheads. Well, she definitely has that. A little bit lighter around the eyes. We should try to make Luna look a little happier here. Oh yeah. I'm just going to fuzz in sort of different features. Now, growing up, I know with my grandfather's farm, it was considered a treat to get milk and bread to the cats that lived in the barn, which is kind of how I don't know, we sort of interacted with them. They'd be good buddies, but for the most part, they had a duty in the barn. Oh, I feel like a goodly portion of little Luna's face. So yeah, this is kind of cartoony. A goodly portion of Luna's face is kind of elf-like. I could be wrong. But what a funny little creature. It cares so little about you during the day, but as soon as you wake up, it's like, oh, you made it through the night. Congratulations, I don't have to eat you. Or something like that. That's just kind of the relationship that I feel like I have with Luna. What makes her funny to me is there was a day that after a visit to the vet, we had to put her in a little outfit to prevent her from going at her little scars that she would have had, stitches. And I mean, it was a cute little outfit. But because of after surgery, she was kind of a little bit groggy still. She couldn't stand up. She preferred to lay down. And then, as most cats seem to be, she's a bit of a heat seeker. Well, she spent the afternoon, I guess, insisting to fall asleep on my chest. This is the one and only time this cat really seemed to be kind of snuggly, and it was aesthetically induced. So what an awesome creature. But beyond that, so this little face that I'm kind of drawing here is how I picture her. What am I getting at? So I told that little story about my grandfather's cats in the barn cats. Well, getting like milk and stuff like that. Well, we don't give these cats milk. We don't really keep milk at the house anyway, but regardless. Well, with this particular cat, she likes the cheese, which I don't know if that's a really great thing either, but it is amongst the best taxes that this cat is looking for. So you have to pay the cheese tax, just a little nibble of cheese. And this is how I'm kind of picturing her in my head. Let's go back out just a little bit. Okay, well that should be okay for a moment. So I'm trying to imagine that I need to pay the cheese tax. I'm trying to think of like a forced perspective kind of look as well. It's weird to draw from memory. But it's fun too. So your mind can kind of play tricks on you while you're doing things. When you do this kind of stuff, it's a good exercise. course, is the tail. Overall, I believe the tail to be a little bit darker. Well, I kind of wish she was here for a moment so I can get a look. I believe her tail is ringed. Not like a lemur or whatever, but I do see her little face every day. So it's probably good enough. Dip the pen. What else do we need? So that is the M. Yeah, I do believe in the sort of folklore. Cats are, or certain cats anyway, especially, I guess, were gifted with this symbol on their foreheads. And maybe after I upload this, I will look that up. So I'm going to do just kind of a quick outline, and then I'll be done with this. I'll leave it kind of light up here to the top of the head. And ooh, that didn't go where. Mm-hmm. Just like that. Under 15 minutes, a little messy, but I think a simple enough drawing that makes sense for our little friend Luna. And maybe in the next video, I can do something related to the glasses worn by Luna Lovegood. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for hanging out for a minute or so, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you at some point in the near future. All right, ciao for now.